Hi you guys, Erin here. Today sharing some information with you about the very intense sign of the zodiac, Scorpio. So this video would mostly pertain to people who were born between October 23rd and November 21st, meaning that the sun was in the sign of Scorpio when you were born. Meaning that this Scorpio energy rules your inner being, your basic character, your sense of identity, your ego, like who you are on the inside. But there really is so much more to the natal chart. If you're a Scorpio rising, this energy is going to manifest through your personality. Or if your moon is in Scorpio, you're really going to feel the scorpionic energies through your moods and your emotions. And furthermore, if you're a Scorpio and say the sun was right next to Venus when you were born, that's really going to change a lot of this energy. So if you're a Scorpio and you're watching this video and you find that some of this information does not necessarily resonate with you, you guys are the ones that I encourage the most to get a little bit of a better understanding to your entire natal chart, because there really are so many things that could come in and modify this energy. Okay, so Scorpio is a fixed water sign. By fixed, I mean that this energy is sort of like fixed in its ways. It's not super adaptable. It does things in a steadfast way, like it can get into a rhythm of something and stay in that rhythm. It's very persistent. And this water element, the water signs have a tendency to be emotional. They're the feelers. They feel things. They feel other people's energies. And this creates a very strong intuition. Scorpio energy definitely can have a tendency for psychic capabilities. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and Mars. Okay, Pluto is considered the ancient god of the netherworld, or in other words, the world of the dead. Scorpio is very strongly associated with death and rebirth, like degeneration and regeneration, regenerative forces. Pluto actually rules the inner psyche and hidden forces. This is more of this, the psychic tendencies that come through with the scorpionic energy. And Mars, well, influences energy, force. It's like this aggression that becomes with this this Mars energy. And okay, so the combination of this Pluto and Mars energy is really what gives Scorpio its intensity. And then furthermore, you add in that it's a water sign feeling everybody else's energy. That's intense. Okay. And okay, every zodiac sign rules certain parts of the body. And for Scorpio, this is the genitals. Okay, again, Pluto ruling regenerative forces, death and rebirth. And Mars actually has a very strong influence on the sexual organs. So, yes, Scorpio rules the genitals. There can be a tendency for a high sex drive being a Scorpio, or, Venus in Scorpio or Mars in Scorpio as well. This also, Scorpio ruling the genitals, there can be a tendency for being susceptible to venereal diseases, or even just things like yeast infections, that sort of thing. And so it's very important to be mindful of this as a Scorpio. And this is not just on a physical level, this is also on a spiritual level. It's important to just keep your sexual energy clean, stay in your own power, that sort of thing. Okay, let's see. Okay, Scorpio is represented by actually several different creatures, but I think most commonly the scorpion, of course. The scorpion is like the secretive creature that has a lethal sting, a quick, harsh sting. And the Scorpio energy can have a tendency to be like that. Scorpio energy can definitely have a tendency to be secretive, and to also be have a tendency to kind of lash out. And again, this is due to the intensity of feeling everything so deeply. Now, again, there's so many other creatures involved here. The eagle, the phoenix, the wolf, the serpent, and actually a lot of this has to do with what part of the Scorpio season you were born in. If you were born say October 24th, your energy is going to be different than somebody who was born November 20th, okay? Now, let's see, some things to bring a Scorpio luck. Your lucky day as a Scorpio is Tuesday. Scorpio energy has like a tendency to desire things. So I would suggest doing the things that you desire on Tuesdays, and this will actually help to bring you some luck. Let's see, your lucky numbers as a Scorpio are 2 and 4. If you're a Scorpio and you like to create things, I would suggest creating things in patterns of 2 and 4, or even just scheduling things in the patterns of 2 and 4 will actually help to bring you some luck. Some flowers for the Scorpio energy would be rhododendrons and chrysanthemums, also referred to as mums, which are gorgeous flowers. It's one of my favorite flowers. They're huge. They can get to be like this big, and they come in all different colors. If you're a Scorpio and you like to garden, I would suggest, planting some chrysanthemums or rhododendrons. Or if you don't like to garden, maybe just, go buy a couple of these flowers, keep them in your house, or buy them and let the petals dry, and then put the dried petals into like a little net pouch and carry them around with you. That will also help to bring you a little luck. Your birthstone as a Scorpio is a topaz. Now, topaz is a very powerful stone. It can actually help to, it can bring serenity to the mind. It can also protect against energies that, enemies. It can protect against enemies. But it also can really help a Scorpio tap into those psychic powers. It can actually bring in this, it's like occult type energy. Very, very powerful stone for a Scorpio to be carrying around, or wearing, of course. Now, for every zodiac sign, there's a particular cell salt dedicated to you. It's very important that you get this cell salt in daily. And for Scorpios, this is calcium sulfate. This can be, it's high in asparagus, cauliflower, onions, radishes. It's high in so many different sources of food. So if you're a Scorpio, I would just encourage you to do a quick internet search for foods that are high in calcium sulfate to find some foods that you enjoy eating, and make sure you're getting this proper cell salt in daily. Okay, so I think I'll wrap up this Scorpio energy here. It's like, again, I can't emphasize enough how intense this energy is and how deeply they feel things, and this, psychic energy that comes through with it. It's very, very powerful. There can be a tendency to want to control things. Again, it's very tapped in to hidden forces. In fact, Scorpio energy, when the sun is in the sign of Scorpio, again, October 23rd to November 21st, this is when the veil is considered to be at its thinnest. This is actually when Halloween is, this is like when we're more connected to the spirits. So it's also very important for Scorpios to keep themselves protected. Again, that topaz would be very beneficial for Scorpios to be carrying around. Okay, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. If you would like to get an astrology reading with me, you can reach me at ErinWaageAstrololgy@gmail.com. That's ErinWaageAstrology @gmail.com. Or I'm also fairly active on Instagram. My screen name on Instagram is imaginal_cell. You can send me a direct message there. I'll also post a link to my website in the description of this video. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Namaste to all of you.